Hey there, hope you've been doing well. And today I want to talk to you a little bit about cold water fishing, but not the fishing aspect. It's the going out there, prepping, what you need to do, and how you're going to keep warm. So this is really important. It can be downright dangerous when you're out there. When you're fishing in that weather that's 40 degrees and below, or going to the Bass Open down on Clarks Hill here next week. So I was prepping all my stuff, getting ready for this tournament. It's what made me think about doing this video. Something a little different than I've ever done before, but it'll show you a bunch of great Striker products I use that keep me warm, protected, how I fish throughout it in the winter. So first thing I want to start with is have a good base layer. Get something underneath you, whether it's a Long John, Cuddle Dud, Under Armour, whatever it is. Something that's tight to your body, keeps you warm. That's going to be your first layer. I'll do that at top and bottom. And then I will put some Striker ice socks on. These suckers are really warm. They ride up your leg. They hold your pants down. Bring them over top of your pants or your underwear layer to kind of keep them in place. After you get that on, that's when you can start kind of mixing it up a little bit depending on how you want to dress. I'll do another layer of pants, whether it's a nice pair of sweatpants, I'll do jeans sometimes, something like that, something that's going to hold some heat in there. But the idea behind this is you can't get too bulky. If you get too bulky, you won't be able to cast, you won't be able to move, things will be dragging and hanging on you all day. So you don't want to get that. So after I get my base layer on, my pair of this, I'll go a lot of times with a nice Striker hoodie like this, something that's, I got some movement available into. It keeps you kind of just free. I am going to then put over top, this is a Striker Ice Gear Apex bibs. These ones I have used one other time, and they are warm. I'll tell you what, these suckers, it's great. They're magnetic here, so that holds your zipper together. Slide in there. And what's really cool is this thing actually floats. So it's made for ice fishing. And if you were out there and you fell through the ice, it's going to help keep you afloat. It's got these built-in knee pads for being on the ice too. And it's just got a lot of adjustability in it. You can cinch it down. It is very, very warm. So that's the biggest key is you want to be warm while you're out there. And these bibs are what I'm going to. That's why I don't bulk up too much underneath this, because this is going to be my main source of keeping myself warm. I'll put that on, and then over my hoodie, I will put the Striker Apex jacket. Again, very nice. It keeps you really warm here. It opens up. I'll do a video in the future of going down and just actually walking through this whole thing. But that's my setup for layering, getting all my clothes set up. The other thing I'll do before I put usually Striker rain boots on, or ice boots on. These ones, they got a real thick sole, so they're a little bit bulky. It's got to be really cold for me to wear these. But when you do, you are toasty. I'll put a set of hot hands, or these ones are the hot toes. Put them on your foot. Keeps your toes nice and warm while you're in there. And then let's get to my glove situation. Because this is something I use some different things depending on how I'm set up or what the temperature is. So if it's going to be raining or I'm using a bait caster a lot, I like to take just as a box of just nitrile gloves. You get them off Amazon, Walmart, wherever you want to go. And I'll put these on first. And what this does is it keeps the water off my hands. And that is really important. You don't want to get your hands wet at all throughout the day. I'm just going to put one on. And this keeps that water layer off of you. So start with these. It's going to hold some heat in too, which is nice. And then I'm going to go to the Striker wool gloves. I wear large or extra large is what they're sized to. And these are really nice. In the fall when you're fishing, it's kind of chilly out, I'll wear just these. And they do a really nice job of keeping your hand warm. Lets you still have your finger abilities, your dexterity. You can fish in these things all day. It's not a problem. So I go with that for the second layer. And this is what I like to use when I'm actually actively fishing. Your fingertips are going to get cold still, but you can feel everything. You can do what you need to do. And that's why I'm going with this setup. And what's also nice is then when I get ready to move and run spot to spot, I'll take a pair of Striker. These are the mittens they have. And this is a extra large size. I believe that says on there. Maybe it doesn't. Yeah, it does. So it's an extra large. And my hand's not an extra large, but what that allows me to do is quick put this on. I can slide my hand right in there, get it all set up, and then I can sit at the boat, drive, keep my fingers all warm as I'm making that run, protected from the wind. These things are top notch. And that is an easy way that I can pull them off, put them back down, right back to fishing. So that's why I go with that extra large size. That's like something I really feel strongly about, is a good, something you really want to make sure you do and have with you. So make sure you get your mittens that go over top. And then they also make a set of gloves I use from time to time. And this is usually when it's a little bit colder. It makes you can work a little bit faster with these. This one you will not be able to wear on top of your other gloves, because these ones actually have built-in fingers. So they're got a glove that's built in there, like so. Gives you a little more feeling for your hands. You can fish a little bit better. They have a ton of different kinds of gloves. So if you look at their website, you can kind of figure out which one fits you best. If you have questions, put them in the comments below. I'll help show you the different ones. I'll get you names for all this stuff. I use it. I don't remember the names of all of it though, so I can help you find that. But that's kind of my glove setup. So you just make sure you get those wool gloves with that nitrile. That way you can kind of fish all the time when you're out there. Another nice thing to have for while you're running, get some sort of mask. Striker makes one and other companies make them. But just something like that where you can put it in there. You can kind of tuck it into your shirt, protects your neck, lets you bring this up here, cover your face so you're not getting windburn as you're running down the lake. This guy's super warm. You see it's got that nice reflective liner in there. It's kind of like one of those, what'd you call that? Safety blankets. So that sort of thing. Then you put that on, and I'll bring this up over. And you just really want to protect yourself from all the wind. And that's where the Safe Face comes in. If you haven't seen one of these in a while, people still use them a decent bit. I keep mine in the boat for this cold weather seasons. And this is where I'm going to put this right over on the outside. And that's going to get even more of the wind off me. It's going to let me still protect my face here and keep you just plenty warm as you're running, because you don't want to have to be thinking about the cold limiting you, how you're going to be fishing that day. If you're thinking about how cold you are and, oh man, I got this spot 10 miles down the lake, but man, it's just too cold. I don't want to go run there. You can't be doing that. Not if you're fishing a tournament. If you're fun fishing, that's one thing. I'm with you. If I'm out fun fishing and it's cold, I'm not going to make that real long run most of the time when it's 30 degrees out. But it's nice to have the option that if you want to, you can. So that's kind of all the clothes that I'm wearing actively out there, have on the water with me. But one more thing we got to talk about, and that is you got to have a dry day bag with you. So find something. I prefer something that's waterproof. This is one that I have from Yeti. It's actually, I believe, cooler is what they advertise it for. But when you seal that thing shut, it really stays dry. And that's important because I want to have a dry pair of clothes. I get wet, whether you take one over the edge of your boat, God forbid you fall in the water or anything like that, you need to have dry clothes with you to get back into the boat, dried out, and get back to the ramp as fast as you can. Because hypothermia is no joke. You really can't be out there messing around with that. So this is just kind of some like comfortable clothes I have with me. Just stuff that I don't wear real often. Something that I can just throw in there. So I got an extra pair of sweatpants. I got a long sleeve t-shirt. I got a dry pair of socks. You want to make sure you have that. And I got another hoodie in there, which is really important. You want to make sure you have all those things. And not necessarily going to put it in your dry bag, but it's a good idea to have an extra set of rain gear or even a jacket or anything like that. If you can fit it in there, all the better. But that's some things I want to make sure I have no matter what with me. This bag, take it in and out as it gets cold. You'll put it in when it gets warmer in the season. Put this back in your garage, put it on a shelf, whatever it is, if it's clothes you don't wear very often. And then when it's winter again, you just pick it up, just shove it right back into your box. But that's really, really important. I want to emphasize that even more so than the proper layering for fishing. keep your dry bag with you so you can be safe in those unforeseen circumstances. God forbid it happens, but you want to be ready. Try to fish with somebody too if you can. This cold weather, mistakes can happen, and you don't want to slip up while you're by yourself. That's something that can also be really devastating. So make sure you get it home to your families. That's what I'm really trying to emphasize here. I appreciate you taking the time to watch. I hope you have a great day. I look forward to talking to you again soon. So have a good night. We'll see you later.